What's up, everybody? This is Joe from Support and Resistance Trading. I wanted to make a video. I promised you guys I would make a video talking about my top strategies, and every day this week I'm going to release one of the strategies. So far I've released one. If you go to my previous videos, my favorite opening strategy, which is called the VWAP bounce, and I'm actually going to talk about that today with a new strategy, what we call the double bottom, which you can see on the chart here of NVIDIA. And this was one of the trades that I took this morning. So NVIDIA, right out of the opening of the bell this morning, fell. It tapped the VWAP, so I took it short. Okay, it came down to a whole number of 184, spiked back up to the VWAP, retested, and I grabbed some more shares or more contracts and went short some more. And what it did on me was it made what we call a double bottom and went long. So this is another strategy that I normally would look for. Now, it doesn't always happen right out of the gun like this. Normally it will collapse for a while and then produce a double bottom and then go up. So this would be the strategy that you could use, playing off the risking off this low. Now, the problem is you can see what it did and that it ran up afterwards, because in the past, if we scroll back to NVIDIA, let's go back here, zoom out some more, let's put in a longer time frame, 1 day, 5 days, 1 minute. Alright, there's been times, obviously, when NVIDIA or any other stock in general looks like it's going to form a double bottom and then it just blows right through it. Okay, so here we go. Look. Came down, spiked up into the VWAP, very same play, hit back to retest that same lows, and then broke through and fell all the way through the bottom. Okay, so it could have produced a double bottom right here and then ran, just like it did today on NVIDIA. But what it did was it did the VWAP and then collapsed down through. And this is what could happen. It can go either side. And what you have to do is, when you're playing either strategy, whether you're playing looking for double bottoms or you're playing the VWAP bounce, is you have to take profit. So when this thing falls and taps this 184, spikes back up to retest, and you re-add, you want to take profit right at that 184 number again. Because if it's going to bounce, it's going to bounce right at that number, and that's pretty much exactly where it bounced. So when you're playing the VWAP, right, you have to make sure it isn't going to double bottom and it's not going to just continue to crash all the way down through the bottom. So this was one of my favorite strategies. Usually what happens is it does it a lot later. So let me show you on Disney. Scroll all the way back. I think it was right over here. Alright, so sometimes it does it, right? So here's Disney. Opens up, comes down, kind of creates a double bottom, and then goes, and it just doesn't keep going. So when this happens, right, when like it looks like it creates a double bottom and then keeps going, what you have to do is you have to set profit. So usually when you want to enter a double bottom, let me go back to NVIDIA here. When you want to enter a double bottom, usually you want to enter it at the break of the center part of the W. So here's your W. Here's the center part of the W. This is when you want to enter. What it also ends up being is usually some sort of key resistance line, or in this case it's the break above and hold of the VWAP, also roughly around the 50. So you're getting a lot of confirmations of a switch of pattern here if you entered something like this one later. But on other stocks, right, here's one on Disney, right, it comes down, breaks above through, and it makes, that's a pretty big move, right? This is 75 cents. So you would have to break above this, and what you're doing is you're looking for it to confirm and make a lower high. So let's look at NVIDIA and make sure that it did that today to confirm that it was going long, right? Broke down, created the W, went up, put in a lower high, right? Came up again, put in a massive lower high, also tapping off the VWAP, confirming the reversal of the pattern, and then it just, you know, kept going up today. So this is a strategy I would like to play. I played this in the VWAP today, and I got stopped out, which is fine, because sometimes it does collapse through, and I wasn't expecting the double bottom so soon. 184 really wasn't any major resistance earlier on. I thought it would have kept going lower. So if we go to 15 minute, and we go back here, right, you can see I was this is kind of where it hit. I was expecting maybe 183 if we were going to create a double bottom, so I was expecting that to be where it was going to collapse through, looking for more of a move on the downside before we created a bounce and then ran today. What was also nice was this morning when I was trading this short, right, the SPY, this is a 15 minute, so it really doesn't do it justice, but the SPY was kind of here, right? The SPY was kind of here, indecisive before it decided to run, that we were going to get that continuation north with NVIDIA that I was not expecting this morning, especially with all the oil drama. I was expecting the market to kind of sell off this morning or kind of go horizontal. So this is a strategy I like to play, the double bottom, and as we move on this week, I'll show you my other couple strategies that I like to look for on stocks. Today I am barely green. I'm happy with my trades. This was a very good trade. I was trying to trade Netflix like a lot of people were watching, but this thing was just on a tear. I was just waiting to find its top, waiting to find its top, waiting to find its top, and it just never topped it. I mean, it went literally on a run all the way into closing without giving back any real gains. All right, so I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks, guys.